Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Basilisk Reacts. For today we are getting into some Chris Webby again, Sandbox, official video. So to me Chris Webby is very new. I have done, let's see, Back on My Bullshit, I've done Baggage featuring Ren, and I've done another one, I forgot actually, oh, Last Wednesday intro, I've done that one as well. And in the comments, I've been reading Sandbox, two people, two comments. I've seen Sandbox, litty. You should really check that one out. So here we are. Thank you so much for your recommendations. Really gives me something to do, something to check out. And yeah, get into it, guys. We will be checking it out together. And after, I'm gonna rewind the whole clip and hopefully provide you guys with some amusing, entertaining commentary. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it.
Strike fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go. Too raw for the TV
turn it up,
shows
man.
or the radio. And I try to make friends, but still I always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know. See, I came for war, with the blood that'll stain the sword, pulling up around the bodies that'll lay on the floor. I'm a category 4, when it rains it pours, yeah, kicking down the frame of your door. I got the hammer of Thor to send shocks that'll rattle your cord and spatter the walls. That's what I brought the janitors for. My hands on the trigger and that's what they've been panicking for. I'll go to war like Kenobi, Yoda, and Anakin, or Harrison Ford. And I'm hitting the warp drive, get caught like a fall guy with a to the cross-eyed. I got crosshairs on the hair, on the heads, and the jawlines of my enemies, so I squeeze until fuck it, we all die. I'm only showing up for the blood like a horsefly. I don't care if it's yours, mine, on, or it's offsides. Fuck a line in the sand, my man, that's small time. Look around, what I've drawn on the ground's a fault line. All I see round here is afraid-ass rappers, just a bunch of Diddy party going gay-ass rappers. I'm flying with Epstein when they need to get away, and because they tend to like them underage-ass rappers. Flight log of the plain-ass rappers, sucking dick for the fame-ass rappers. Yeah, this game-ass backwards, just a bunch of fake-ass rappers, making Illuminati hand gesturing like they in a gang-ass rapper. Listen, I used to think if I was actually fire and had the talent to inspire, from a track to decipher, and worked hard on my craft, I could bridge the gap. But silly me, if I'd spent that time trafficking minors, I'd be sacrificing goats with Jay-Z and B, with a Grammy on my wall, but that just ain't me. What I am is a beast, and ain't none of them ready. The Baphomet can't even save them if they fucking with Webby. Strike fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go. Too raw for the TV shows or the radio. And I try to make friends, but still I always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know. Better listen, fucking with Webb's a bad choice, like hiring the Clintons for babysitting. I'm flipping, bust a couple shots with precision. Even the devil second guessing, messing with Christian. No stopping the shit I write. If I got you up in my sights, I can't help but to squeeze one off. No one's off limits tonight. Whether politician or pope to Obama and Big Mike. Pardon me, I meant to say his very masculine wife. Yeah, you could say I'm used to being in hot water. Ever since the thoughts that I got rawer. Sacred cows around me get slaughtered. Duraflame flow when I spark, I'm a fire starter. Don't bark up the wrong tree and don't step in the wrong puddle. Cause Webby's a raw dog, need a leash or a strong muzzle. I suggest you reconsider before you go start trouble. Trust, you don't want your name up in one of my thought bubbles. I started as a cub in the pride, but I grown some. Now there ain't a piece of the savannah that I don't run. Giant with it, follow my FIFA with a faux fun. Solitaire with it, still playing by my lonesome. I am the mic, the microphone shogun. Never give ground, I bow down to no one. Veins pump frozen, blood of the chosen. You'll never see another like me, the mold's broken. I cause commotion, I fit the bill of an apex predator, in for the kill. If I don't taste blood, it better at least spill and water the fucking plants on the dirt of the battlefield. Got wounds that won't heal, but left a lot too. That's why they regroup platoons and withdrew. I play solitaire cause they scared to lose. Better run when I come through. Strike fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go. Too raw for the TV shows or the radio. And I try to make friends, but still I always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know. afraid of me, I know. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know.
All right. No, dude, I'm lacking.
Strike fear in the heart of my foe.
All right. So first impressions, guys. I think it's very beautiful. The place that he is shooting this clip in, I think it's so amazing. It's really looking very, very nice. The beat, I would say, it's so refreshing to just hear an old school type hip hop beat. No overcomplication, just the essentials. I think it's very nice. Really loved the beat. It didn't feel very stale, right? It's no over what word did I just say just seconds ago? Not overcomplicated. But still there's enough variety in it to really to really keep you engaged with the beat. For the bars, I think I get a very good idea of who Chris Webby is and what he likes to talk about, or maybe it's purely coincidental. But for baggage, baggage, I would say, was a very specific for that song theme. um Last Wednesday, Back on My Bullshit, and now this one, all cover the same kind of approach, same kind of theme. And it's just the music industry and how crooked it is and how rigged it is. And he doesn't want to be part of the rappers that sell their soul as rappers, right? Selling my soul as rappers. Illuminati, throwing up Illuminati signs like they're in a gang as rappers. So I think that is Chris Webby, right? Maybe it's coincidental. I for sure have to check out some more content, for sure. But I think it's it's a bit well, as I already say in Back on My Bullshit, it's quite ballsy, right? um to really address those points. It is actively putting you, when you are a believer of the system and its effect on all the smaller artists that are just so adamant on not signing the contract with the devil, right? It is, I would say, it's not in your best interest when you want to grow as an artist. But we have already established that that isn't the goal that Chris Webby is going for. Rather, he just likes to really show himself for what he's worth, what he thinks he's worth, all of his ideas. And that way, we really get to connect with him on a, I would say, more authentic level. So I love it, right? I love that the template a rapper can go for. And if that is so consistent throughout all of his songs, yeah, it just makes me wonder what he is going to be talking about next. But this one, somewhat of the same theme. Really enjoyed the story. And let's just dive into the analysis. What I also saw, for the analysis. Let's dive into the analysis, guys. Chris Webby, Web, right? Maybe it was so obvious, but I really started to wonder, well, what's up with the web, man? All right.
Strike fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go. Too raw for the TV shows or the radio.
So this is the chorus, right? And he is repeating it. Definition of a chorus. Too raw for the radio or a TV show. he is, of course, just this is Chris Webby. He is trying to tell us, or he is trying to show us his ideas. But I do also have the feeling that he is really capitalizing on the fact that he has chosen this route. So yeah, we really can hear it, right? He is really emphasizing it by saying too raw for the radio or the TV show. So this is his gimmick, I would say.
And I try to make friends, but still I always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know. See, I came for war, with the blood that'll stain the sword, pulling up around the bodies that'll lay on the floor. I'm a category 4, when it rains it pours, yeah, kicking down the frame of your door. I got the hammer of Thor to send shocks that'll rattle your cord and spatter the walls. That's what I brought the janitors for. My hands on the trigger and that's what they've been panicking for. I'll go to war like Kenobi, Yoda, and Anakin, or Harrison Ford. And I'm hitting the warp drive, get caught like a fall guy with a tooth to the cross-side. I got crosshairs on the hair, on the heads, and the jawlines of my end.
I think it is very rewarding to be of the nerds, to be one of the geeks maybe, or to be one of the gamers. And now, coincidentally, I see his tattoos on his arm, and it's looking very clean actually. It does seem like it is an older tattoo, right? You can see that the colors are a bit faded already, so maybe it has aged quite long already, but this typically shows the background of a gamer, right? I would say when you decide to take a tattoo, it carries some meaning for you, right? And we can also hear it in his bars. There are some references that the gamers would appreciate, or that the film lovers would appreciate, the geeks would appreciate. So yeah, I think it's very nice. It's a very nice way to really show what your interests are.
Me, so I squeeze until fuck it, we all die. I'm only showing up for the blood like a horsefly. I don't care if it's yours, mine, on, or it's offsides. Fuck a line.
Yeah, and then the sword, man. The sword looks very rugged. I think it is especially made for Chris Webby to be used in this video clip. The necklace I really love. I don't know why he came up with this name. I don't know what his real name is, but yeah, it really it's the identity now of this artist named Chris Webby. So I think it's very nice to have something that would complement that image that you're trying to show us.
Fuck a line in the sand, my man, that's small time. Look around, what I've drawn on the ground's a fault line. All I see round here is afraid ass rappers, just a bunch of Diddy party going gay ass rappers.
Yeah, the Diddy part. I think it's pretty funny, right? I don't have a lot of Chris Webby knowledge, but the limited knowledge that I do have is making me think it's just so funny because, as I said earlier, right, when this is the gist of Chris Webby, when this is the overall theme of every song that he is putting out, I think, okay, so what can we expect? We know the theme, but we don't know the version that he's going for. We don't know how he is dressing it up, right? The message. And in this case, I would say this is where that really shines through, right? We know the theme, but what bars can we expect?
Rappers, just a bunch of Diddy. Look around, what I've drawn on the ground's a fault line. All I see round here is afraid ass rappers, just a bunch of Diddy party going gay ass rappers, flying with Epstein when they need to get away, and because they tend to like them underage ass rappers. Flight log of the plain ass rappers, sucking dick for the fame ass rappers. Yeah, this game ass backwards, just a bunch of fake ass rappers, making Illuminati hand gesturing like they in a gang ass rapper. Listen, I used to think if I was actually fire and had the talent to inspire from a track to decipher and worked hard on my craft, I could bridge the gap. But silly me, if I'd spent that time trafficking minors, I'd be sacrificing goats with Jay-Z and B with a Grammy on my wall, but that just ain't me.
Yeah, man, silly you. But this is just further confirms that Chris Webby, he is not going for the fame or for the money or for, I don't even know what the third word is supposed to be here. But yeah, he just likes to be himself. He wants to be authentic Chris Webby, and he wants to show us what he is and what he is all about. And yeah, I think it's nice to really remind people of that, right?
A Grammy on my wall, but that just ain't me. What I am is a beast, and ain't none of them ready. The Baphomet can't even save them if they fucking with Webby. Straight fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go.
Guys, beautiful, right? I love it so much. Wow.
Too raw for the TV shows or the radio. And I try to make friends, but still I always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know. Better listen, fucking with Webb's a bad choice, like hiring the Clintons for babysitting. I'm flipping, bust a couple shots with precision. Even the devil second guessing, messing with Christian. No stopping the shit I write. If I got you up in my sights, I can't help but to squeeze one off. No one's off limits tonight. Whether politician or pope to Obama and Big Mike. Pardon me, I meant to say his very masculine wife. Yeah, you could say I'm used to being in hot water. Ever since the thoughts that I got rawer. Sacred cows around me get slaughtered. Duraflame flow.
So on a side note, guys, what I think would be very interesting, and I will look for it because I think it's interesting, right? For someone as Chris Webby, and when I mean what I mean with someone like Chris Webby is he is just so it's very prominent his way of describing himself. So everyone, I would say, just needs a little few songs to check out, and they will grasp the message that Chris Webby has, who he is as an artist, what his soul is, and what his value is in the rap scene, in the artist scene. I think when you are so putting out your cards like that, I think what you will attract is people that are very much into Chris Webby, or people that disagree with him or just want to call him out or something like that. Especially when you hear Chris Webby, for every song that I've seen, that I've heard, Chris Webby is just always calling people out, blah 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 blah. I'm seeing these rappers, I'm seeing these politicians, I'm seeing this Drake, this Jay-Z. You know, he is so he really running his mouth actually. So I would imagine people really being attracted to that and dissing Chris Webby. And I think for Chris Webby, because he is not afraid to call out, right, to call out shot. I think it will be very interesting to see how Chris Webby will perform in a setting like that, when someone decides to, hey, Chris Webby, what you talking about, man? You running your mouth. I'm about to show you whatever. I'm about to show you something, right? I think that would be interesting, because I think Chris Webby is really creating that kind of platform for himself, and maybe that's what he's going for, right? So if it is, because to me it seems so apparent that it must be. I'm really interested. So guys, this is me reaching out to you, the Chris Webby fans. I want to see some, something that really shows that he isn't all talk, right? When he says, "Oh, fuck with Webby, not a good idea." I want to see some fire. I want to see some battle. I want to see some. I don't even know how to really explain it further. Yeah, I just want to see when he is put in that situation, I want to see what's left of him. I want to see how he holds up against something like that. I'm so interested, guys. Okay, let's go.
When I spark, I'm a fire starter. Don't bark up the wrong tree and don't step in the wrong puddle. Cause Webby's a raw dog, need a leash or a strong muzzle. I suggest you reconsider before you go start trouble. Trust, you don't want your name up in one of my thought bubbles. I started as a cub in the pride, but I grown some. Now there ain't a piece of the savannah that I don't run. Giant with it, follow my FIFA with a faux funk. Solitaire with it, still playing by my lonesome. I am the mic, the microphone shogun. Never give ground, I bow down to no one. Veins pump frozen, blood of the chosen. You'll never see another like me, the mold's broken. I cause commotion, I fit the bill of an apex predator in for the kill.
Right? He is so arrogant, and I think it's a very important quality of a rapper to be arrogant, right? To really have to not be afraid of really standing there with your chest out like this, you know, very very proud. I think it's probably the most important quality to have as a rapper, I would say. Um, yeah, I'm very curious, guys.
If I don't taste blood, it better at least spill and water the fucking plants on the dirt of the battlefield. Got wounds that won't heal, but left a lot too. That's why they regroup platoons and withdrew. I play solitaire cause they scared to lose. Better run, run when I come through. Strike fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go. Too raw for the TV.
Yeah, I just love it so much, man.
I come through. Strike fear in the heart of my foes everywhere I go. Too raw for the TV shows or the radio. And I try to make friends, but still I always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know. Play with me, they afraid of me, I know.
Yeah, man, I really love this part. And guys, I must admit, right? I have a good friend, Ash Bloom, and he has been into Chris Webby for a bit longer. And what I have heard is that these guys, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know for sure, right? I always try, and he is always trying as well, to not spoil me for content that I can potentially still record for you guys. So I think this is his dad, right? And maybe it is because I think it is his dad is why I love this so much.
Always end up in my sandbox alone. They don't wanna play with me, they afraid of me, I know.
Yeah, I think the guitar really complementing the instrumental here. Well, of course, it is an instrument. With the pictures, with the dog as well. I don't know, it adds some fragility. Is that a word, guys? It adds some more, somewhat of a human connection. Yeah, I really like it actually. It really balances all of the arrogance out in the earlier parts of the song. Just to see his dad, right? He does value his family, and I don't know if it is his dog, but if it is, it's just some family, some quality family time, right? Yeah, loved it, guys. So yeah, very curious to see what you guys have to say about this one. So another Chris Webby video down, and I must say I'm really enjoying Chris Webby. From what I've seen already, it's just fat, not overcomplicated beats that just hit. Some meaningful lyrics, some substantial lyrics, really talking about something I really find interesting. So it always is a there are a lot of factors weighing in, and you just have to be lucky enough to really find those topics interesting that someone is covering in the songs. And I really think it is interesting. I have, I wouldn't say always, but yeah, kind of a, I don't know if it is complot theorist or whatever theory. What is that called, guys? when you're so crazy that everyone is listening through your can. Um, uh, blah 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 theorist. Damn, what is that word, man? Um, anyway, that was resulting in me really getting into subliminal messaging or backmasking, things like that. And so topics like this are not completely unknown to me. So it really piques my interest. So I love it when people talk about it. It's just more information that I really just want to know more about. So Chris Webby, I love him. Um, yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hit me up with the recommendations. Let me see what you have for me when it comes to diss tracks or some kind of dispute, some kind of battle or something, because I think it is only natural. When I see Chris Webby, it is only natural that there will be people really wanting to have that kind of interaction with him. I would say. But guys, if you're hearing me talk about this and you're thinking to yourself, I don't have that feeling at all, please let me know. But because maybe there's another something else happening, I don't know. I really have to um, explore that a bit more. Then I guess. So yeah, let me know, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode, and I'll see you in the next.